What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day. I hope everyone has had a great weekend. Today is going to be a slow day of betting. I'll just come out and say that. Yesterday was also pretty slow. Sunday and Monday are normally our very slow days. There's just not that much on the board that we like to bet on, and there's no real reason to force it because once we hit something like a Thursday, as you guys know, Thursday of this week we went up 16 units alone because there's just a lot more value on like a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday type days than a Sunday, Monday type days as far as what's being offered on these different sports books, right? So no reason to force it. With that being said, it did go up yesterday, mostly pretty much all because of this 3-man that hit for us here, which is nice to see. I sent out about 6 entries yesterday, so here's 4 of them that I did send out, and then 2 of them are happening right now or in like the next 30 minutes or something like that in Counter-Strike. So really only like 6 entries, and we did go up. The reason why we went up is because we go down -1, -2, -3 units, and then right here, guys, we go up pretty much 3.75 units with this entry, right? Because this takes one unit away. As you guys see, it's 1 unit to win 4.75 units. So we put 1 entry back into the actual play. So we go up profit-wise on this 1 entry, 3.75 units, and then -1, -2, -3, we go up 7.75 units pretty much, right? So again, not a huge, massive day to write home about, but at the end of the day, it was a slow day, and I'm very happy, as always. You know, I'm always going to be happy when we have a profitable day, even if it's 1 unit, even if it's 0.7 units, you know, and it echoes to what I always say, where it's like, guys, some days on this channel, we're going to go down 7 units. Some days on this channel, we're going to go down 2 units. Some days we're going to go up 0.75 units. Some days we're going to go up 15 units like we do on Thursday. Every day is different. But if you string these days together over the course of a month, over 2 months, all of those days are going to add up. All of those days are going to average out. And that is where you get, you know, since May 1st, we're up 120 units. In July so far, you guys will see we've had a very interesting week, honestly, because the first week of July, we cashed every single day like clockwork. Like there was no losing day, which is honestly pretty unusual. Normally in you know, 5-day span, we're going to at least have 1 or 2 losing days. And then the second week that we had a massive Monday, and we had a massive Thursday, pretty much carrying the weight of all of these other days. But if you add up all of these together, I don't actually know what it is, but if you were to add up all these together, it would be up something like maybe like 8 to 10 units or something like that, right? So just these massive, you know, some of these days right here, and I'll show you guys the Thursday we had, you know, nothing crazy. We just cashed a 4-man, we cashed some 2-mans here and there, go up 16 units, as I told you guys yesterday. These days like this are going to carry the weight of a lot of these losses, right? So you guys know we are profitable long term. This is last year we went up 600 units. So far this year we're up about 240 units. We're on track for another 500 unit year, which is obviously amazing. Yesterday's entry unfortunately did miss with Kelsey Plum. It's not been too great of a week betting for the YouTube plays so far this channel. So far this week, I think, you know, out of like the 5 plays I've sent out, we've maybe only cashed 1 of them. I know we've cashed 1 of them, but you know, it's been kind of a tough week so far this week. But if you were to go back, you know, a week ago or a week and a half ago, we were on a crazy run. You'll see it on the title of some of the videos I released like a week ago. We were on like a 24-4 run or something like that, like 24-5, 24-4, massive run. So we're coming off probably the best run we've ever had on this channel. So, you know, like I said, and as I always echo, you know, as I even said earlier in this video, it's not a linear path, right? Some weeks you're going to have crazy times where it's like the best week ever of betting. You know, we cashed some 3-mans, we cashed so many 2-mans over that course. And then, you know, it's honestly, it's like, it's normal to then come back and kind of have maybe a shaky week the next week because, you know, things are going to play itself out and eventually things are going to come back down to the averages. And the averages on this channel, guys, that we win long term. Every single month, we normally go up between 40 and 60 units. That's the average on this channel. This last month in June, we went up about 70 to 75 units, all right? So we actually had a much better month than normal on this channel. Like I said, it's going to be a quicker video today. I do have a couple plays for you guys in the Wnba, but if you do want to get into my VIP, all you have to do is text me the word Bovada right here to my number on the screen. This is going to be completely free to you guys. My number is 512-270-0440. It's my personal number, so I will respond to you within the next like 5 to 10 minutes once you do this. I just recommend, as you're watching this video, scroll up. swipe up on your phone or whatever it is, start texting me, and then I'll get you guys those instructions very quickly, and then you can go ahead and sign up for Bovada. Again, if your state is one of these blue states right here, then I will get you are actually able to sign up for Bovada, right? So there's a lot of states here that traditionally do not have some other books legalized, like Texas, for example. I live in Texas, so I know like FanDuel and stuff like that is not legal in Texas, but Bovada actually is, all right? So all you guys have to do is text me that. This will be completely free for you, so I will actually send you guys the instructions and tell you guys how it's going to be free for you. You can also sign up for Better, which right now Better's doing a huge promo that is play $10, get $30 instantly, all right? So you're pretty much hitting a free 3x, a free 2-man by signing up for Better today. And obviously, most importantly, you will get 2 free months of the VIP for doing that for me, all right? So let's get into the plays of the day here. The first play of the day is going to be Alana Smith, all right? So we're going to go ahead and take Alana Smith. We're going to take her under rebounds, all right? So this is going to be the first play of the day, Alana Smith under rebounds on the links. The reason why I like her under rebounds is because she has just, over the past 10 games, she's hit this in the past 7 of her last 10 games. And you guys will see, I believe head-to-head is why I really like it. Yeah, so these games right here where she gets 12 and 7 rebounds, this was actually last season, all right? So again, I don't really like ever using data from last season because it's like this was more than a year. This is like almost a year ago now, guys. So I don't really use this data. If you look at the times that she has played the Chicago Sky this year, though, she got 2 rebounds and she got 5 rebounds versus them, the 2 games that they have played. And this was actually back in this was back just a couple of days ago, and then this was also maybe like a week ago. So she's played them 2 times in a row very recently, and she has gone under this 2 times in a row the time she has played them. Again, if you look over her last 10 games, you'll see there's some games, yeah, she'll get 7 or 8 rebounds here, but majority of the time she's getting around that 4 to 5 range, right? So getting her at 5.5 is pretty important here because if she gets 5, that would be a push, but if we get it at 5.5, that would obviously be a hit, all right? So I can't stress this enough, especially in basketball in general. Like WNBA, NBA, it is a game of inches, right? All the fine details matter, right? These 0.5 differences really matter, right? Getting this at 5.5 versus 5 is a massive deal, so really try to get this at 5.5. Second play of the day is actually going to be Angel Reese. So the player that she potentially is going to be matching up against is going to be Angel Reese, and I am taking her personally over defensive rebounds, right? I actually also like her rebound line. If you guys don't know about Angel Reese, her line is normally like 14 or even 13.5, so I think 12.5 is really low for her. But what I'm actually going to do is I slightly like her defensive rebounds just a little bit more, right? You guys will see that actually it doesn't even make sense really, because if you add her defensive rebounds up and her offensive rebounds, this right here, 9 plus 4 adds to 13. So why is her normal line 12.5? It doesn't make sense. It either means this is off. I don't think her offensive rebounds line is off. I think 4 is probably right where it should be. But I mean, this is either off or this is either off, guys. And I like her defensive rebounds a little bit more. But again, this is a game of inches. So if it bumps to 9.5, just go ahead and take her rebounds at 12.5, right? So both of these I really like. Again, I just like her defensive rebounds a little bit more, and I'll kind of get into why, right? Her last 10 games, you guys will see she's just absolutely crushing her offensive rebounds, and there's some games that she's actually hitting I meant defensive rebounds. She's hitting her defensive rebounds, but not actually her not actually her full rebound line, all right? So if you look at her rebound line, you'll see she has a couple games where she got 11 and 11 right here, these past 2 games. But if you look at her defensive rebounds, I don't know why I'm struggling with that so much. If you look at her defensive rebound lines, she's actually going way over this. So it looks like her offensive rebounds have actually been struggling in these past couple of games, right? Take that with a grain of salt. Again, use your judgment. You can either take her rebound line or her defensive rebound line. I'm slightly favoring her defensive rebound line, but both of these lines are really solid, and I would take her over here because it's just straight up too low for her in these games. Again, a lot of times her line's going to be between 13 or 14. So getting her at 12.5 is really important, all right? So these are going to be the plays for the day. I will also say it's a little bit correlated, actually, because you have Angel Reese on the Sky as the forward, and then you have Alana Smith on the Minnesota Lynx, the team that she's playing, as the forward. So not the most correlated thing ever, but if you can imagine in basketball, if Angel Reese can take some rebounds away from Alana Smith, that's going to be potential rebounds away from Alana Smith, and then rebounds obviously favoring Angel Reese. So as you have 2 players playing each other against each other. As one is getting more rebounds, the other is potentially maybe losing out on rebounds because they're not there and they're not the ones actually, getting those rebounds, right? So even if one rebound goes to Angel Reese instead of Alana Smith, that's going to be -1 rebound to Alana Smith, and that's going to be +1 rebound to Angel Reese, and just that there could swing the state of this play right here, all right? So that is going to be the play of the day. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Again, if you want my VIP, the best way to do so is with Bovada. Let's keep catching. Let's have a great week. Really excited always as Monday, even though it's kind of a slow day every Monday. It's important to get off to the right foot. So let's get some entries today, and let's start off this week right. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.